Before we get started, a huge thanks to our sponsor, Mitsubishi Electric. Mitsubishi provides all your heating, cooling, and filtration needs in one system. Today's low-load homes require right-sized equipment that most systems, especially gas-fired, cannot meet. Mitsubishi has low-load, high-efficient heat pumps that dehumidify and cool in the summer and work in reverse to heat in the winter. Going ductless reduces costs and make it even easier to meet many of the Energy Star requirements. Ductless mini splits can now be hidden in many different ways to meet your client's needs, and ducted systems can now be used as well. Ducted systems are also hidden behind the walls to ensure a beautiful space and can be retrofitted right in place of a conventional furnace in an existing single-family or multi-family project. Hyperheat ensures an efficient heat delivery down to -13 degrees, and backup strip heaters kick in during the rare but coldest of cold days. Just launched today, the first set of hyperheating inverter products to be released in 2020. The introduction of these new outdoor units creates an additional 25 systems capable of hyperheating performance when it's really cold out. So check out that. We'll be spreading more information there. And the way it works is each room of a house can be customized, and so can multi-family buildings and commercial buildings with variable refrigerant heating systems with energy recovery built right in. You can heat on one side, cool on the other, just as needed. Go to MitsubishiComfort.com to learn more. And thanks to our second tier sponsors, Rheem, featuring the Rheem Prestige, an energy efficient, quiet, and all-electric hybrid heat pump water heater. The future of water heating is finally here. 50, 65, or 80 gallons, all the way up to 3.7 uniform energy factor. In other words, almost over 300% efficiency for these units. With different ducting and ductless systems, depending on your strategies and climate zones, as well as leak detection. Learn more at rheem.com/hybrid savings.
So to discuss each of these phases kind of in detail, the first phase is this preliminary design phase. We require through the schematic design and design development phase of a project, we require preliminary energy model, a design charrette to be held, and an owner's program requirement. Those are the three deliverables that we require the customer and the design team to meet in phase one of the project. Now, what is the importance of this preliminary energy model? Now, this can be a simple box model that is developed just to kind of get an idea of like what is achievable in terms of an EUI target. We're not at all holding you to what measures you've implemented or say you're looking at in your analysis in terms of you must have those in the design at this phase, because we know it's this preliminary phase of the project. All we're asking is for this exercise to be done in terms of to give you an idea of like what savings you could realistically achieve, and what would your EUI target be. This is to be done in preparation for the design charrette. Sorry, just to go over, yeah, you have to basically before the design charrette in this preliminary energy modeling phase, an estimated baseline EUI needs to be submitted, as well as a list of these ECMs and a preliminary energy saving calculations for each of these measures, as well as this proposed EUI goal based on incorporating these measures. So some examples of this measure list, both passive and active, daylighting, top lighting such as solar tubes, natural ventilation, operable windows, a building orientation if the building is a new construction, some active energy conservation measures, wall thermal properties, improving your roof constructions, your fenestration glazing, lighting controls, any kind of building automation controls, high efficiency HVAC systems, geothermal systems, especially in the Michigan climate, gamification and occupant behavior. I'll discuss that more when we talk about post-occupancy period, but this kind of involving your occupants in the day-to-day kind of operation of your building has proven to be kind of a good measure in terms of energy savings, kind of putting them in charge and giving them this champion role in terms of like how to operate their building is quite successful when it comes to energy savings. And also this idea of energy dashboards, actually giving your occupants this information and putting them kind of in charge of their energy consumption is also really helpful when it comes to actually saving energy. Okay, ZNE Charrette, I was so excited about that. I kind of skipped the last phase. So the design Charrette is kind of an essential pillar to our program, and it really, puts the project in the right place in terms of promoting and encouraging this integrated design process. We require, in terms of for the program, we require a list of attendees that will be present at this design charrette. We also require an agenda, ZNE goals. A result of this charrette is that we have all team members agreeing on what the energy use intensity goal is going to be for the project, as well as a list of these preliminary energy conservation measures to achieve this EUI goal. So the purpose of this design charrette is to really have the key players involved in the project present and committed to the energy targets and the energy goals for the project. We want it to be a productive session, so we are requiring that the preliminary energy modeling happens before this charrette so that it can be informative and can help make design decisions, as well as help come up with this EUI goal and list of ECM measures. The last requirement for phase one is, again, along the lines of this commitment to the zero net energy goal, and it is a owner's project requirement. Most all construction projects have an OPR in some way, shape, or form. We are just requiring it to be submitted in order for the customer to achieve the incentive for phase one. There are certain requirements that this OPR needs to have in order to meet the program's eligibility. One is that the zero net energy EUI goal needs to be clear and needs to be listed in that document, as well as a list of initial measures. Again, we're not holding the design team or the owner to this list of measures, and they must be incorporated in the project, because we understand that through the whole design and construction phase of projects, measures may be lost or others adopted. But we just need to have a clear understanding of what the preliminary list is, and a commitment to the goals. And that needs to be stated in this OPR document, which also requires an owner's signature. So again, we've got this theme of commitment from the owner, commitment from the team, and that's essentially how we've set up our program in order to ensure success for our customers, and in order to help them achieve this zero net energy goal.
Thanks for watching. Please continue to watch the next part of the session to complete the course and get your continuing education credits. Be sure to check out all of our courses available online that you can watch anytime and anywhere to pick up your CEUs. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube to get weekly updates and stay up to date on green building science courses, webinars, and home tours. Thanks again.